out there got a dream. Somebody out there got a dream. Yeah.
No, you got one. No, you got one. Everybody got one.
When you know that you got a
Hi
dream,
guys, 31st
yeah.
of December 2013, and I'm sure that a lot of us are thinking about the year that's just passed and looking forward ahead to the new year. I'm sure a lot of people are sitting down to write their goals for 2014, and looking forward to the year ahead. So I just wanted to share a few things with you going on to 2014, but also just looking back on 2013 and something maybe to give you something to think about. 2013, I know for a lot of people, not just for myself, but I think this year has been very, very challenging for nearly everyone around me. A lot of people said this year's been a bit tough, but I really believe that 2013 was a year of foundations and setting foundations for a lot of people. I think a lot of us had a lot of dysfunctional buildings. We'd erected things in our life that perhaps were not set on a good foundation. So I really feel like this year, like a lot of things got bulldozed out of our lives, and I believe that, God was setting us up for 2014 by laying a new foundation, because in order to build the right building, and a building that's going to weather all the storms and that's not going to blow over, just as Jesus spoke about the parable, the man that built his house on the sand, we need to build our house on the rock. And in order to build our house on the rock, our lives need to be built on a foundation of truth. So I think for a lot of people this year, 2013 was, demolishing the old to set a right foundation, and now we're prepared going into 2014 for a good, solid building. So I'm really excited about that. I also just want to share with you the 3 things that I've learned in 2013, perhaps you can relate to, because I think it's really important for us not to think of a year as a waste, because nothing is a waste, because every single day that is given to us is a gift from above. And I am so grateful for every day. I know that I don't perhaps every day say that I'm grateful, but now that I'm doing this, I just want to say that I'm really grateful for every day that's been given.
I've been to the mountaintop, I've been to the valley.
2013, the 3 things that I've learned. Number 1, the power of the dream. I've learned that having a dream is the greatest gift and the greatest blessing that you can have, because a dream is something so powerful. Without our dreams, we don't really have hope. This year, I've learned to hold on to my dreams. And also not just to hold on to your dreams, because things come and there's always going to be naysays, there's always going to be haters, there's always going to be people telling you why you can't do something. But when you have a dream, and I believe that dreams are a spiritual thing, I believe they're not just something that we conjure up, but something that is so deep within us that I believe was created and put in us the moment we were born. Because I believe that God has given each and every single one of us a plan and a purpose, and He has called us to be great. And we get into this life and we get bombarded and brainwashed to think that our individuality is not important. Each and every one of us is unique. Our DNA is unique. Our features are unique. Our thumb, our handprint is unique. Everything about our being is unique. There's no other person like me in the world. No other person in this combination of craziness and mismatchness, and yet in this completely crazy thing that is going on here, completely perfect, because God has made us in His own image. And I think it's so easy for people to put a mask on us, or for us to wear a mask that we no longer know, and we lose this identity of who we really are. So the power of the dream is that thing that is so deep within you that just will not die. And I'm learning to keep that dream alive and learning to hold on to that dream. But the other thing that's important about dreams, it's not just about to have that dream, but something that I've really learned this is to walk around in that dream. What does that dream really look like? If that dream was your reality right now, what would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it taste like? I did that with myself. My dream, as most of you know, is to be a filmmaker, and I started working on my first feature film, and I shot the trailer. And now, when I was writing that script, for me, it was already finished. It was already filmed. I saw myself at film premieres. I saw myself receiving awards for this film. What did that feel like? What did it feel to have that kind of success? What did it feel like when people came up to me and said, wow, your film inspired me, your film touched me, as it were? It says in the scriptures, it talks about faith. faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. So you're actually living and receiving that very thing that actually is not quite tangible, yet in this dream that you're in, it is very, very tangible. And that's something that I've learned that's really been cemented into my life this year, and I really want to share that with you.
All these fans, all this ice, all this faith.
The other thing that I've really learned is the power of persistence. Sometimes we have a goal, we set ourselves goals, and I can assure you that the minute you set yourself any kind of goal, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is, you will come face to face with resistance. Whether that resistance comes from yourself, from within you, or whether that comes from other people. Resistance can come in all sorts of forms. It can come in forms of words. It can come in forms, most of the time it comes in self-doubt, where you step out to do something and then you get rejection after rejection, or doors close, or that very thing that you're trying to achieve, everything comes against you to pretty much make you think that you can't do it. The power of persistence is to keep going. There's so many times this year, especially in terms of my film, I just wanted to give up because I went to so many people asking for people to invest in the film, and I just got no after no after no. Which can be disheartening. You know, I also tried to find work this year. I spent 7 months trying to find work, and I would go for roles that I'm more than capable and qualified for, and it was just no after no. But it's learning to take those no's and learning to go, okay, reevaluate and go, what is my goal here? What is it that I'm trying to achieve? And sometimes sometimes a no cannot be necessarily a no. Sometimes a no is you're going in the wrong direction, and sometimes a no is just, you know what, this is not the right door, you just need to keep knocking. Persistence is getting through the next day. I think sometimes we set ourselves goals, and the goal, like we have long-term goals, and then obviously we have shorter-term goals, but the thing that we need to keep our eyes on, and it's like today, we just need to get through today. What can I do today that's going to get me closer to my goal? It's just the little things, and those little things, you know, a journey starts, they say, you know, a great journey begins with the first step. So sometimes, you know, especially we go through things and it's really hard, and sometimes you feel like there's no one's encouraging you, no one's supporting you. It's like the darkness around you. You feel like nothing's going to work out. You feel like the whole world's against you, but you just have to get through today. Get through today. And I promise you, tomorrow will be better. You know, joy comes in the morning. There's, you know, after the storm comes the calm. After the dark comes, comes the morning, comes a new dawn. So you just have to keep going. So that's something I've really learned, and I pray that you take that with you into the 2014.
I know you can get it. Dream on. As long as you believe it, get you.
The other thing that I've learned kind of cements the other two things is self-encouragement. I want to tell you, sometimes you're not going to have your family there, you're not going to have your friends there, and you're going to be all alone. And when I say you're all alone, you might have people around you, but I mean like alone, as in there's no one in your inner world, and that dialogue that you're having with yourself telling you, you know, you're not going to have someone say, you know, Jemana, you're going to make it. Jemana, everything's going to be okay. I know that I've faced those situations where I have been completely alone, where I had no family, no friends, and the only thing I had was just, you know, all I knew is that I had God, you know, and that's all I needed, because I knew if God is for me, nothing can be against me. But you know what, in those moments, I had to dig deep, deep down inside me, and I had to encourage myself. I had to remind myself. So what I would do, please, when you get an idea, when you get an inspiration, when someone inspires you, when you get a word, whether it's someone's prophesied over you, or someone's just given you a word of encouragement, write it down. It's really important. Dreams, when you have dreams, people, your dreams are not meaningless things that you think that you ate a bad pizza and you're dreaming. Dreams are so important. When you wake up and you remember a dream, write it down, because those dreams are messages to us. Dreams, I believe that all dreams are from God, even bad dreams sometimes, really, though God doesn't give us bad dreams, that sometimes we have nightmares, or even things that they're manifestations of things that we fear. Dreams are really important. Write them down. But in saying that, I write things down. I have a journal, especially when you have good days. It's really important to be grateful for those things. But what you need to do is, when you're completely down and you feel completely deflated, and believe me, I'm the kind of person, I sound like I'm all positive now, but believe me, when I get down, no one gets down more than me. I get really down. So I have learned to go over my journals, to go over through things that I've recorded and listen and absolutely inspire myself again, and to believe and to go, Jemina, what are you going to do? Are you going to just give up? You have to encourage yourself. I sit there, I talk to myself. I say, Jemina, you got a dream. You're going to make it. You didn't get this far. You didn't fight all these battles and overcome all these things to give up now. I tell myself I'm a warrior. I tell myself you're a fighter. You're not a person that gives up. And this is how I speak, even when you don't feel it. People, it's not about feelings. Get over feelings. If we all went on feelings, no one in the world would do anything. Didn't, do you think they wake up every morning, just jump out of bed and go, yeah, I want to train really hard and get my ass kicked today? They don't. Hell no. What they do is they do it despite the pain. You got to break through. It doesn't matter how you feel. The dream and the goal is the highest value, and that's what you need to work towards. So they're the things that I've shared today. I hope that it encourages you. I hope that it inspires you, even if it's just one person. This is why I do this. We all need inspiration. We all need support. I just want to say to everyone, be grateful for 2013. Nothing is a mistake, and the most important thing, don't ever believe that it's too late for you to achieve something. Today is given, use today, seize the day, tomorrow is not promised to us, but we've got now. So live in the now, step out in faith, pursue your dream, write those goals, reach for the stars, and I wish each and every one of you a happy, a prosperous, and a wonderful 2014.
Think money is the remedy when you don't